Some places are less about the destination and more about the experience. Merzuga is one of them. We started early before sunrise. The sand was still cold, the air clear. The desert stretched out in front of us. No marked roads, just open terrain and navigation decisions to make. There were no signs, only the road book and instinct to guide us. The bikes were ready, and we began moving through the dunes, making our way across the landscape. There were moments where we struggled, getting stuck, losing momentum. But we pushed through and kept going. Conditions were tough, physically demanding, but the sense of progress kept us focused. Even the smallest actions, a pause, a drink of water, helped reset and move forward. The first stage didn't begin smoothly. I got a puncture in the front tire while returning from the petrol station. Fortunately, I managed to repair it in under an hour, just inside the time limit to avoid penalties. Navigation was another challenge. I had to quickly get used to using both the road book and the Stella device, a digital navigation system built for rally riding. It was unfamiliar at first, but it proved reliable and helpful, providing real-time guidance, validating waypoints, and alerting for speed zones. It made navigating the desert more accurate and manageable. On the second stage, I managed to navigate much better, but it pushed me to my limits. Physically, it was brutal. My body was still adjusting to the terrain, the heat, the relentless effort, and my mind hadn't yet shaken off the weight of stage 1. By the time I reached the finish line, I was completely drained. No celebrations. I went straight to bed, exhausted, humbled, and already feeling the desert carve its mark into me. The third stage was something else. I had the honor of riding alongside a former Dakar pilot, a moment I won't forget. We tackled endless dunes, got a glimpse of desert monuments like the Infinite Stair, where I messed up a bit, but that's part of the game. We hit some enduro trails, got lost, and found our way back with the help of another rider. That's the real Dakar spirit, pushing through, together. We wrapped up the day with a barbecue in the dunes near our bivouac, surrounded by fellow riders. Stories were told, laughter was shared, and the passion for rally life brought us even closer. Out there, we compete hard, but off the bike, we're more than friends. We're brothers, ready to race, ready to help, ready to ride again. The fourth stage. It began with the longest special, and maybe the toughest. I had to push both my bike and my body to the very edge. The sand was soft, unforgiving. The dunes felt alive, like they were trying to swallow us whole. After a big jump, I lost my roadbook tablet and had to turn back. No inertia, uphill, and a 250-kilogram beast to drag through the sand. She groaned like an angry elephant with every step, and I felt it too. The weight, the heat, the resistance. In that moment, we were both suffering, both fighting, but we kept moving. After the special, the main stage was incredibly fast. I was flying along, keeping a steady 90 kilometers per hour or even faster, with the Stella beeping constantly. My focus was razor sharp. Every sense locked onto the trail, but it only took a second. A hidden triple pothole caught me completely off guard and threw me off the bike. I smashed into the windscreen with my face, slipping perfectly between the helmet and my goggles, the edge cutting deep just above my lip. When I stood up, I didn't feel anything at first, but I immediately noticed blood running from inside my helmet. I realized I had also shattered the tablet support and broken a few more pieces of equipment. Other riders immediately stopped and rushed to help. The doctor arrived quickly. I was supposed to go to the hospital to get stitches. There was no question about it. But somehow I managed to convince him to let me keep going. Surprisingly, once the helmet was back on, I felt a strange sense of comfort. It pressed everything into place, almost like it was holding me together, allowing me to push through the pain and finish what I had started.
Hospital.
¿Retlat?
Sí.
Ya la tío.
Sí, se ha caído.
Puto loco, tío, eres un crack, pero un pedazo de crack, cabrón.
Enhorabuena, tío.
Gracias.
Pero ¿cómo sigues así, desgraciado?
Bueno, estoy bien, la verdad.
¿Sí?
Voy a ver qué tengo. Bien.
After a few more hours of riding, through the pain, through the dust, I finally reached the end of the stage. My injury still needed to be checked, but I was there, still in the race, still standing, and above all, grateful to have made it.
Felicidades, tío. Solo te digo una cosa, felicidades.
Muchas gracias.
Un crack.
Bueno, sigo.
The fifth and final stage was unforgettable, pure magic. We all set off together, a sea of riders charging across endless dunes, overtaking each other again and again in a wild dance of speed and skill. The challenge was relentless. I pushed hard, trying to keep my line as straight as possible, surfing the dunes, feeling the rhythm of the desert under my wheels. Every crest, every drop. It was pure freedom. I was completely in the flow, grinning inside my helmet, even when the dunes played tricks on me. The fesh made it even more unpredictable. That treacherous soft powder that can swallow a heavy bike without warning. Every meter was a gamble, but I was loving it. Riding on instinct, heart pounding with adrenaline. It felt epic, like I was living inside a dream. And then, reality hit. I felt the engine sputter, a sickening stutter that every rider fears. I had run out of petrol, stranded in the middle of the adventure, just when it felt like nothing could stop me.
¡Viva! ¡Hey! ¡Espera! ¡Hey! ¡Hey!
Ay, un poquito más.
Dani.
Sí, que te has movido un trozo.
Sí, tío, he volcado la moto, se ha ido un poco al otro depósito, pero se ha parado aquí. Estoy a 3 kilómetros de... Vale, pero... Vale, bueno,
I was on the edge, out of fuel, out of options. And just when I was ready to give in, an angel appeared.
Some petrol, my friend. A little bit of petrol. Just I need to do 3 kilometers to finish my race.
Not someone I knew, just a local man, a stranger who stopped without hesitation and handed me the last bit of petrol I needed. We found an old bottle lying by the side of the path, wiped it clean as best we could, and used it to pass fuel into my bike, drop by drop. That man, he probably had no idea. He was my angel in that moment. In a rally like this, the help of others isn't just support, it's survival. You don't get anywhere out here without someone giving you a hand. No one finishes alone. Moments like that, they remind you what rally really is. It's not just a race, it's a test of how well you can think when you're tired, of how you care for your machine, your body, and your mind. When every part of you wants to quit, it's about staying calm in chaos, about smiling through pain, laughing through dust, and pushing on when nothing makes sense. It's about solving problems that no one else can solve for you, making decisions when there's no time to think, keeping hope alive in the middle of nowhere. But it's also about connection, helping and being helped, being alone, but not lonely. Because even in the silence of the desert, you're part of something bigger. You're racing against the clock, against the terrain, against your own limits. But at the end of it all, you realize you're not racing for a trophy or a name in a ranking. You're racing for yourself, to prove you can keep going when everything tells you to stop.